Hello, hello, hello there. I'm Spiritual Priestess of Divine Love. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for tuning into my video. I am here to give you a reading on what messages you need to hear in this month of January of our new year. So as you can see, I have 3 crystals and stones laid before you. Take some time to pause this video and really gaze upon these stones to see which one you are most attracted to and aligned with, because that's going to correlate to what reading you may need to hear most at this time. No worries at all if you feel attracted to more than one. You can definitely tune into 1, 2, or all of the readings if you feel called to do so. So just take some time to pick whatever stone or crystal resonates with you, and I will see you in your reading. But before I do that, if you are watching it on the day that I post this video, happy new moon and happy 111 day. I hope your day and this month in general is filled with so much joy, and that you plant some good stable seeds in which your manifestations can grow. So I will see you in your reading. Okay. If you find yourself attracted and aligned with this beautiful Dalmatian jasper, then this is your pick a pile reading and you are a part of the Pile One Collective. So instantly looking at the cards laid before me, I'm just picking up on a lot of water energy coming through with this reading, especially with the Cancer card coming out. You may have Cancer in your sun, moon, or rising. You may have Cancer in your 3rd, 7th, or 9th house. A relationship with a Cancer could be very significant for you at this time. It could be a romantic relationship, platonic, or business, because the 7th house rules over relationships and partnerships, and specifically business contracts. So just Cancer energy can be very significant. A funny synchronicity that I want to mention before we really get into the cards is on this Cancer card, it says lucky numbers are 2, 7, and 9, and the cards that I drew were 3, 7, and 9. So angel number 279 or 379 may be significant for you. You can look it up and figure out what definition resonates with you once you look up these numbers. So let's really look at these cards and get into what story is unfolding for you, pile number 1. So for your collective, I'm really picking up that 2023 was a very emotionally turbulent year for you. I wanted to say disturbing there, but nonetheless, it was extremely hard for you. And it was filled with a lot of losses that really forced you into an isolation that felt very cold and lonely. And with the Tower here, I'm getting that these losses could have come completely out of nowhere and were unexpected. You did not expect the events that happened to you or how impactful it would be on your life. And this left you feeling so helpless and low. And maybe for some of you, you even felt that you deserved everything that was going wrong in your life. You did not, but maybe that's how you felt at the time. And with the ask for help in reverse, I'm getting that you felt a little bit disconnected from your community here on Earth. And that asking for help just felt impossible for you because you either lacked the resources to do so, or you just felt it was too burdensome to really ask for help from the people around you. I'm even picking up that you felt disconnected with your spirit team because, as you can see, the stars and the galaxies are in this picture as well. And you really felt abandoned by your spirit team because you felt like they weren't sending you any messages, because messages, we have that in reverse here. You felt like they just left you to deal with this mess of everything that was happening in your life on your own. But your spirit team really wants to come through and let you know that is not true. They were with you and guiding you all along. You just simply did not have the energy to decipher any of the signs and synchronicities that were happening around you. And that is completely valid. Your spirit team does not blame you for that whatsoever, because when we are going through trials and tribulations here in the physical, it's really hard for us to balance our spiritual hygiene as well. So they don't blame you. I don't blame you. And you shouldn't blame yourself for that, because like I said, what you went through was extremely hard. But the Spirit also wants you to know what you went through was extremely intentional. I know that is hard for some of you to hear, but it was extremely intentional. Spirit was wanting to lead you to a place of solitude so that you can really go through a catharsis process, so you can heal in peace and really have a better perspective, a higher perspective, if you will, on a lot of the things that were holding you back and keeping you stagnant and really going wrong in your life. Because I'm picking up that, there were a lot of repressed emotions and limiting beliefs and attitudes and relationships that were keeping you stagnant and stuck. So you just had to isolate and get out of those situations to really get a better view. And this caused you to be able to heal safely. And I know it probably felt really, really lonely, but I'm happy to tell you that that period of isolation and solitude, it is over for you. And Spirit really wants you to know that you are safe. With this protection card here, I want you to take a closer look at it. It says you, your loved ones, and your possessions are safe and protected by heaven. So you could have children. If you do have children, Spirit really wants you to know that they are protected with you as well. They are safe. But also when I look at that card, it just gives me the vibe that God, source, spirit, whatever you refer to as a higher power, is holding you so close and protecting you, kind of like a loving parent. And you could also have a feminine ancestor or guide that is closely watching over you at this time as well. What's coming through, some names are Flora, Jane, Peggy, Sue, or Susan. But you will know exactly who I'm referring to. It does not have to be those names. You will know once you hear what I just said. And so specifically for January, you could be feeling like you're in a fresh, new place emotionally with this Page of Cups here. And I'm getting with the King of Cups right next to it. You have finally reached a place of emotional maturation. And because of this, new ships are ready to sail in for you. And if you notice in these two cards, there's a fish in both of the cards. For the Page of Cups, it's really small. And for the King of Cups, it's grown in size a bit. And for me, that's really signifying that your connection with your highest self is growing and strengthening, so that when these ships come in, you will know exactly how to manage them and bring yourself even more precious cargo coming in on different ships that are sailing in. Another message for January is that your angels really want you to take the time to meditate a little bit more often this month, as it will provide you some valuable insight to some doors that are opening for you this month and beyond. And speaking of ships and opportunities coming in, I see you guys are working on something really, really hard with this Eight of Pentacles here. For some of you, it could be a degree. For some of you, it could be a partnership or deal for your business. Remember that seventh house. For some of you, it may be a book you're working on or creative venture that you're launching, maybe in your local community or on social media. Whatever it is, you will be very successful with it, especially with this alchemy card. It says, you have the Midas touch right now, and every project you touch turns to gold. And you know why every project that you touch will turn to gold? It's because you've brought balance to your emotions, and as a result, you have the clarity to move forward with new ideas and a level head and a clear plan. For some of you, this project that you're working on, it may have failed in the past when you've tried to launch it, but this time it will succeed because justice is on your side. Do not let past failures or setbacks stop you from pursuing what you're pursuing. You are worthy and you deserve to receive good in all ways. This is what this worthiness card says, and Spirit really wants you to know that you are worthy. You deserve all of the success and positive abundance and prosperity that is coming into your life. You've done the work. You've learned lessons. Your failures and setbacks have taught you all the valuable lessons. And it's helped you reach this new pinnacle of emotional maturity and security, okay? So you are worthy. I want you to drill that in your head. Say affirmations if you need to. You are worthy. And now also, you know what didn't work and what did work, what relationships weren't for you, which ones are for you. And you won't be making the same mistakes that you made in the past. So that's a plus side to failure. I keep stumbling over my words today, and I see quite a bit of blue here. So for some of you, you may have some blockages in your throat energy center. And I don't know, this is so random, but Spirit is saying some peppermint tea would really help with clearing some of those blockages and affirming over that tea that you speak with clarity. Your words have power. You can also Google some throat energy center affirmations that will align with that as well. So be sure to do that if that resonates with you. And so the last message that I'm really getting for this pile number 1 collective is that Spirit really wants you to take the time to play. The card says the dolphins know the importance of playing, as joy creates manifestation. So dolphins may be significant for some of you, but Spirit really wants you to align with the spirit of joy and happiness. Bring out your inner child. Do some of the things that your inner child really enjoy. And if you have children, maybe make some time to play with them a little bit more. I know you may have a busy schedule with everything you're working on with the Eight of Pentacles, but just be sure to take breaks. And if you do have children, to just, participate in joy and playfulness with them. It will really help relax you and balance you. And you will definitely find that in this playtime, ideas and new things will just spring up in your mind so randomly. So give it a try if you have time. And also, children really can help tap into that energy of manifestation because they are master manifestors themselves. So you may find your children saying, very random things that are aligning with some things that are happening going on with your projects, and you may be really surprised with what they have to say. So don't forget to tap into that. So that is all that I have for you, pal number one. Thank you so much for watching. If any part of this video resonated with you, please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello there. If you found yourself connected with and aligned with this beautiful stone, then this reading may be for you, and you would be a part of the pile number 2 collective reading. I do not know the name of this stone. It escapes my mind, but if you know, please do not hesitate to drop it in the comments. I would really love to know myself. Okay, let's jump into this reading. Starting off very strong, I am picking up on a lot of Leo energy. Leo could be your sun, moon, or rising, or Leo could be in your 10th, 2nd, 6th, or 9th house. Also, there's a lot of 8 energy coming through with this reading as well. Leo season takes place in the 8th month. The strength card is number 8. This emotional release card is number 8. And even on this Leo card, I want you to take a closer look. It says lucky numbers 1, 3, and 4. That adds up to 8. And we are in an 8 year right now. 2024 adds up to the number 8. So a lot of 8 energy. You could be seeing 8s all around you with angel numbers like 88 or 888, even 8888. So many 8s. But 8 can just be very significant for you at this time. So let's also take a look at the story that's unfolding with these cards, shall we? With the 9 of Cups in reverse here, I'm picking up that this collective really feels like their dreams, their aspirations, their wishes just aren't coming true. They're not being fulfilled or heard at this time. I'm getting that there is an idea, something that you want to take action on with this Ace of Swords here. You have a plan or an idea in your head that you believe is a great plan, and you're ready to, implement it here on Earth. With the 7 of Swords, you've been strategically planning how you're going to birth this plan here on Earth. But I'm getting that there is a little bit of stagnation here, especially with this Chariot, because if you look at the Chariot, the cat sitting in the box, it is ready to move forward. It looks like it's ready to go. But the 2 cats who are actually driving the Chariot are not in sync. One has actually turned completely away. So if there were to be forward movement, it would be so chaotic and no real progress would be made. So I feel like that is what's going on with you in this plan as well. You want to move forward with it, but you're not really seeing the progress that you would like, or it's just things keep popping up. And that is Spirit's way of telling you that things are a little bit disorganized right now. And I'm also getting that, divine timing is just at play with this weight here and the Temperance in reverse. I want you guys to see this card. It says, don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. So that pair with the Temperance in reverse is just letting you know that divine timing is also at play. But with the disorganization of the Chariot, and if you look at the 7 of Swords card here, the cat is very content with the 5 stems of lavender in its box currently, but it's missing out on 2 lavender stems, but it's completely oblivious to that. And so Spirit is just letting me know, coming through with this message for this reading, that you're missing the bigger picture, or you're missing some pieces of the puzzle for this plan. And even in the Ace of Swords, the paw doesn't really have a full grip on the lavender stem. It's partially there. So I feel like there are some pieces of the plan that are missing before you are able to really move forward and see success with this specific plan that you are trying to implement. And especially with the Strength here in reverse, you are not happy about that. And I completely understand that. But another message from Spirit that is really coming through is that you really need to get out of your ego at this time. It's signified by the Strength in reverse, and I see a lot of yellow. in these cards, especially on the emotional release and just with a lot of different cards, all of them really. It's a lot of yellow. And yellow signifies solar plexus energy center. And the solar plexus energy center really deals with our willpower and our ego. And so Spirit really wants you to release that ego, that need to have to always be right. You have this plan that you've made, you have this idea, you think the plan that you crafted is perfect and that there should be no revisions, and you may be stuck in that line of thinking. And Spirit says you need to be a little bit flexible. And it's so funny because when I pulled these cards, that's how it came out. And the words that are still, uncovered are inflexible, jealous, and prideful. And that is what Spirit is really trying to relay. You're being a bit prideful and inflexible. And what Spirit is also coming through with is they're saying that, true creatives, true leaders are always open to innovation. They're always open to new ideas, new sparks of creativity coming in to help them reformulate, revise, and rewrite, their plans. Not everything is so rigid and set in stone for them. And so Spirit is saying you have that potential. And especially for this project, this project has the potential to lead to a lot of financial stability and success, especially with this King of Pentacles here. But Spirit just really needs you to get out of your ego and understand that this plan may need a little bit more reworking and a little bit more patience from you, because the timing for it to be, implemented here on earth, it's coming. But the timing is just not now. And there are some pieces that are missing. So if you took the time to really work on the missing pieces, meditate and think, what is missing from, this project or this plan that I'm trying to implement, by the time you take the time to identify and rework through that, boom, it'll be time because you took the time to really revise, and the time to move forward will be here before you even know it. But you have a choice to make. You have to choose to do that. You have to choose to be in that kind of mindset with this choice card here. I want you guys to take a look at this choice card as well. There are two paths, and one path, it looks like it's leading towards the sun, but it's kind of veering off. It's not actually reaching, the sun, confirmation verb, if you will. And that's kind of you right now. You are just in this sunny line of thinking where you think everything is flowers with this plan and that it's just going to be great, even if you implement it right now without even thinking about it. And Spirit is trying to say, if you continue on this course with that line of thinking, you're not going to reach the sun. You're not going to reach the success that you are seeking, because there is just more to do. But you also have a choice to, do the work. Even though this path looks gloomy and it looks hard, it looks arduous, it will lead you to a much brighter path. So that's the choice Spirit is really giving you at this time. And Spirit wants you to know, when you take the time to actually do the hard work and revise this plan, this idea that you're thinking of, they are going to walk with you and hold your hand, because they're proud of you, for having integrity and realizing that you are not always right and that there is always room for growth and flexibility and change. So they will walk with you and support you and make sure, that when this plan is ready to be born, that it will be so stable and so it will be on good, stable ground, is what I'm trying to say. And you will be nice and comfortable, and you will see the fruits of your labors once you do the work. And that's why, have faith came out. Your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive and follow your guidance. Follow the guidance that Spirit is going to give you concerning what needs to be revised and reworked. Spirit really wants you to meditate. I said this in pile number 1. Meditation is important. But if you take the time to meditate and connect with your spirit team, your highest self, you will find that the missing pieces will illuminate for you and they will be made known to you. And so you will know exactly how to move forward. You don't just have to, think on your own and try and figure this out on your own, you are not alone. You do have help in the spiritual realm, and they're eager to help you. So please do not hesitate to reach out to your spirit team and ask them for help and guidance. They are eagles may be significant for you or a sign for you, but they are eager to help you and assist you with this reworking process. And what's the full here as well? Like I said before, spirit just wants you to look before you leap. That's really the last message that I have for this collective, because the cat is looking, and it seems like they're thinking, should I knock this yarn ball off of the ledge? What will the consequences be while I get my yarn ball back? And spirit kind of wants you to look at the consequences, or if you implement this idea now, spirit wants you to take a look and think about what the impact will be. But also, spirit wants you to, like I said, meditate, connect with your spirit team to figure out what's missing. And also figure out, if I add these elements to my plan, how will it work out this way? So maybe you should write down, both of these plans, the plan that you had before. And once you take the time to figure out what missing pieces are missing, that plan as well, write it out on paper and see, how they weigh against each other. And I think that you're going to find that, once you took the time to add a little bit more different elements that were missing into this project, that you will be a lot better off. So yeah, continue to remain positive, continue to follow the guidance that will be given to you once you take the time to connect with it, because you will find that you will soon be able to move forward. And once you're moving, you will be such an unstoppable force that is so stable and so secure financially and in all ways. So that is the message for you, pile number 2. If any parts of it resonated, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for your time and for listening, and I'll see you next time. Okay, last but certainly not least, if you found yourself connected with and aligned with this beautiful bumblebee Jasper, then you are a part of the Pile 3 collective for this reading. So let's really get into this and see what the cards are telling us. So I want to start off with the zodiac energy of this spread. So we have the Libra card coming out. So you may be a Libra sun, moon, or rising. You may have Libra in your 4th, 5th, 6th, or 9th house. I'm getting a lot of green energy when I look at this spread. So you could be wearing a lot of green lately, or you should incorporate more green into your wardrobe. And I'm also hearing into your food. So get those green vegetables in. You may want to carry a peridot stone on you as well for this month of January, and do some research on the stone, meditate with the stone and see where that takes you. Okay, so one of the first key words that I'm hearing for this reading is out of this world. Spirit kind of wants you to be a little bit out of this world, and not in a bad way, but they kind of want you to disconnect with the daily hustle and bustle of society. And it even says contemplation time, spend time alone, meditating upon what you truly desire. And when we take a look at this Ascended Masters card, we see these women, surrounding the world, and they're very free. They look like they're just flowing and relaxing and just being one with the universe. And I feel like that is what Spirit is wanting you to do at this time, to meditate, think about the things which you want to desire, not just for this month of January, but for this whole year of 2024. And you're going to have to disconnect from, earthbound things in order to, access that higher self-consciousness and wisdom that will kind of help you move forward for this month of January in 2024. And that's confirmed here with the King of Swords as well, because you see the cat, it's above the clouds. And I'm hearing get your mind right. Spirit wants you to get your mind right. And why is it so important for you to get your mind right? Well, there is a huge blessed change coming in for you. And you'll start to see this trickle in the month of January. And with the Ace of Pentacles here, this is a new financial opportunity, a new opportunity for stability and balance in your finances. But what I'm hearing is that the reason this contemplation time is so important is because there's a little bit of inner work that needs to be done for you, pile number 3. with the father and mother healing coming out right next to each other. The father healing card says your personal power increases as you give any father related issues to heaven. And mother healing says, as your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. And, who doesn't have, mother father issues? If you don't have them, you are super lucky. But we all go through some things with our, earth mother and fathers. So, but what I'm really getting from these cards, especially with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the father healing masculine energy, masculine principle in general has to do with exerting our power, making decisions, moving forward, and just channeling our power and energy in order to put energy into things that we want to create. The mother healing is all about, being in that essence of energy of receiving the power, receiving the energy from that masculine to give birth, to something divine, to something creative, something that, we made. And with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I'm hearing, if I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but I think that was on Disney. It's years old. I think it was John. His name is John, but it's about this man who essentially worked himself to death to prove a point. It was against the railroad system. And you guys may not actually be, physically working yourself to death. Some of you may. Um, but Spirit just really wants you with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I'm hearing put the hammer down. I feel like maybe some of you in this Pile 3 collective, maybe at a typical 9 to 5 job, where you may work odd hours in a job and you're exhausting yourself physically in this job. And it's not really leaving you any room to breathe and, feel good. Um, and so with this father healing, maybe you're exerting all this effort and doing all this extra work because you feel like you have to push and push and push and move forward, or else things, aren't going to manifest for you. And that's, wounded masculine energy, overexertion, because healthy masculine energy knows how to keep the delicate balance of how much energy they need to exert to, complete a task. It's never an overworking. So that's what I'm getting for the father healing card. You just may be going really too hard at a job that you're not even really supposed to be in. That is for a select few in this divine collective. And with a mother healing, it also speaks to that, because you feel like, you don't deserve to relax. It's hard for you to receive relaxation and to just sit and be and just relax and flow. So that's something that maybe you're dealing with. I'm getting for some, maybe you never really saw your mother, being able to relax and receive, divine love and be pampered. And that's really kind of wounded your feminine energy, because somewhere underlying you feel like you don't deserve that either. But that's far from the truth. And so Spirit just wants you to contemplate and meditate on, you know, your masculine and feminine energies, things you saw, from your mother and father that may be affecting you in your day-to-day life now, and how that affects you moving forward with work, with life, and in all aspects. And so what I'm really getting also is, I said before, some of you are at a job you have no business being in. We have the self-employment card. It says you're a born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. It may be you're working so hard because you're trying to save to, pour into this business that you dream of doing, instead of this typical 9 to 5 job, or, a typical job that society deems as acceptable. But I'm getting you're exhausting yourself. So you're not really going to have the energy you need to pour new ideas into, this business so that it actually grows and, you attract customers. Father, mother healing once again. And so that's why I said with the King of Swords, it's time to get your mind right. Go into the divine, the universal space, and meditate and just be more in a relaxing energy. And I know that's so hard to do, especially when you do have a typical job. We all have bills to pay. But Spirit just wants you to find time. And for some of you, if you feel like this job just really isn't for you, maybe it's time to cut cords with that job. And you will be very surprised at, the blessed change that comes in once you do. I'm not telling you to just up and go quit your job. you need to have a plan of what you're going to do, and you need to be ready to quit this job. If you're ready to quit this job, you can't spend every day worrying about what's going to happen next, because that just messes up the energy of manifestation. It messes up the energy of flow for us. So you need to get your mind right and ready before you cut the cord, if that's something that you want to do, so that you can pursue this self-employment opportunity with full vigor and with healthy masculine energy. And therefore, when you do so, you will be able to receive for your business as well healthy feminine, healthy mother energy. And also, what I'm getting into is Spirit wants you to get your mind right and kind of disconnect from the daily world, because they want you to be, I'm seeing like a shell. I'm seeing like a seashell, and it's closed. But when it opens, it's like a beautiful pearl, or like a beautiful mermaid who looks so relaxed, just emerging. And that's kind of what Spirit wants you to do for this month of January, because there is new romance with a spiritual basis coming in for you. So this is kind of a love reading as well. I did not plan for that, but with the love in reverse, I'm also getting that, you may not feel worthy of receiving love, or for some of you, you just can't see it coming because you don't even have time, because of you're just working too much. So you don't even know how you're going to fit love into your schedule. You can't see it because in this card, you can see like this bushel is, hidden from, this person playing this instrument on this other side. So you just can't see where you would fit in time for love. You don't know how it will happen, and you don't know how it's going to be possible. But once you take this time to meditate and be in your own essence and be in your own energy, you're going to emerge so refreshed and so beautiful that it's going to attract that new romance that I mentioned with ease. It's just going to easily flow into your life. You see how these dolphins are in sync? It's no question, no hard work done. They're just in sync. And that's what's going to happen. But like I said, you need to put the hammer down and make room, get your mind right, so that, you can clear energy. When we meditate, the point sometimes is to clear out, all that clutter energy that's in our space, so we can make room to attract and accept more. Because sometimes our manifestations are halted and blocked because we're carrying way too much energy, and physically we can't carry any more. So, God's source, the universe, isn't going to put more on our plate, because with Libra energy, it can be a little bit unbalanced. So yes, get ready for this new blessed change coming into your life. It is going to be a new financial opportunity for you, and it's going to help you sit very pretty and just be more relaxed and in flow with what you truly love to do. So take the time to just meditate as much as you can. Like I said, I know life can be hard. So whatever you can do to fit that in, try your best, because you will not be disappointed, and you will find yourself attracting in so much abundance that is going to change your life for the better. So that is what I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much for listening. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.